That's such a great question. Let's start by thinking about physical hygiene. If you were a doctor and you worked in a hospital and you went from patient to patient to patient on rounds, you would have a set of practices that you do between each patient visit to make sure that whatever the last guy got, you don't give to the next guy. And so doctors and nurses and medical practitioners, they wash their hands, they use hand sanitizer, they sing the happy birthday song while they wash their hands to make sure they spend enough time and get enough of the germs off of their hands. If they're in a contagious environment, they're going to wear masks on their face. And if they're using medical devices, they use autoclaves to sanitize them. That's all accepted practice in the medical world. In fact, if you were in a doctor's office and the doctor came in with dirt on his hands and a dirty stethoscope, you would get up and leave. You would not allow that medical doctor to be part of your healing process. Well, in reality, the energy healers and healing practitioners have the same sorts of issues. Certainly we all wash our hands. I put my hands on people's bodies all the time as part of the work that I do, and I wash my hands between each client session. But there's also energy that transfers in client sessions. And so energy hygiene is about managing that transfer of energy. If you think about people who are really sensitive, you probably know them in your own life. They're people who will say things like, oh God, I can't go to the mall because when I go to the mall, I get blown away by all the energy there. And people will quantify that energy and qualify that energy as too much or not right or negative or bad. Well, those people are really sensitive to the energy of space and place and people. And those folks are the ones who are on the leading edge of talking about energy because they're the ones who are consciously affected by it. But you don't have to be conscious to be affected by energy. Every interaction generates an energetic transfer between self and other. And so if you can learn energy hygiene, then you can learn how to take care of your own energy body and also take care of the energy of the space. And therefore, people, when they come in for their session, for their healing experience, they're coming into a clean space with a practitioner who has left the last patient behind and is ready for this next one. The focus of energy hygiene is really a series of visualizations. They generate responses in the body, and they allow the practitioner to be very clear within themselves about where their energy is set and how their energy is engaging with others. So when I teach it in the school, it's all about learning practices, skills, and tools that enable the patient or the client to be within himself or herself while the healing is taking place, and conversely to also allow the practitioner to be within him or herself so that his or her energy does not interfere with the client session.